Let's check out this Agelocher, something like that, sports series. They sent this over. Well, and they messaged me and asked if I wanted to see it. First of all, checked out their website, and I was like, yeah, this is actually pretty slick. So you guys know I like to experiment, go different paths to see different kind of watches, and that's where this one goes into. And it's some sort of Tourbillion. I'm just kidding. It's a Tourbillon. Let's check it out. I got to have some fun too. And I think this is a fun watch, but with some serious elements. You know, it's it's very, very cool looking. It's impressive for the price point, I think. If you understand what's going on here and how they can even offer this thing up sub $1,000, that's where I find it's actually impressive. Okay, so let's get into the case size on this real quick. As we're doing that, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can enjoy looking at these watches a little bit better while I'm talking about them. So case width, I measure 42.3 millimeter. The lug to lug is a clean 49 millimeter. You can see how sharp the finish is on this thing. If I can get it to focus, 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 focus. Come on, you can do it. I think I'm moving around too much or something. So yeah, there you can see how sharp the finishing is on it, and the elements of the case to bezel fitment, and even that uniquely shaped crown, which I'll try to show you has words on it, or letters on it rather than spells a word. 49 mil lug to lug, 10.4 millimeter thick. This is a manual wind movement, so it can be a little bit thinner. Plus the way they constructed it, it's like the it's one of those ones. I've had a few other watches on the show where that's what is like one of the most intriguing things to me is the movement structure is minimized, and then by doing so, skeletonized, it just looks phenomenal. I mean, they even skeletonized the barrels so you can see the mainsprings. You can obviously see the tourbillon turning at the 6 o'clock position. And in case you didn't know, the reason you do that, other than it's freaking mechanically cool, but what they do is the escapement's constantly rotating, so it balances out the effects of gravity. So you are, that thing's slamming back and forth really quick. Well, in different positions. That's why they say regulated multi-positions, right? So here, 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 all those different positions. Those are, static positions that movement is locked into. Well, if you can rotate the escapement, and then there's other ones that like rotate in other rotations as well. This one's just rotating in a 360. It like balances out, and it should be more accurate. And I definitely sidetracked from the measurements, and that's okay. I did throw this on the time grapher, and in pretty much every position, it was running plus minus. It was in the range of like +1 to +3, pretty much all of the time. So accuracy on this thing is incredible. Back to the measurements. 22 millimeter lug width, so you could put a different strap, whatever you want to do on this thing. Nice leather. I think this one in this FKM rubber sport strap is a good pairing with this watch. It's extremely comfortable on wrist. It wears great. They do have some other models with different strap options for them, and they even have different colorways. They have like a gold colored case. They have another stainless steel case, but all of the bridge work is in a really bold, bright blue, vivid colorway. That's really cool. I think that one's appealing to me. This one would be on the safer side of things, still legible. 7 millimeter crown, non-screw down, obviously. And like I said, if you look at the crown, it actually has letters on it, right? So there you go. You can kind of see A, G, E, L as we rotate around, C, and then they couldn't quite get enough surfaces to spell out the whole word, but you get the point. It's the brand on the crown. I had not seen that done before. I like it. It's kind of trick. There's a lot of things here that I haven't seen done before. I haven't really played around with a Tourbillon watch, and it's mesmerizing. You got a bunch of jewels, 25 jewels, and you can see them all very clearly. It's fully skeletonized, sapphire crystal, and you can see everything so well because of the way they built that movement structure. It's extremely cool. Weighs in at 93 grams, 50-meter water resist. Don't take it swimming. It's not built for that. The movement is called a caliber A9001. I don't 100% know what that is sourced from, or, I'm sure they modified it to fit the watch. But like I said, it's a Tourbillon. It's really accurate, and it looks great the way they constructed it. So I am not mad about any of that. All right, let's go back to this view. And like I said, it is legible. So you have the minute hand, the hour hand, they are loomed. Yes, it does kind of wash out a little bit, but they did do those with polished and brushed surfaces in contrast to the dark gray plates, skeletonized plates. And then you have that chapter ring going around there. So you can still tell the time. It takes you a little bit longer to, get that time. It's not going to be a quick reference like most dive watches and stuff like that. But this one's supposed to be kind of fun and cool. So let's pop it on my 7 1/4 inch wrist so you can see what that looks like. And then we're also going to show you the loom because it does have loom. It's really cool. So here it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. And like I said, it wears great. It looks great. It's a fun watch. Price point under $1,000. I think you're getting a lot of watch here in this category, if there was such a category, for that price point. I can't think of any other watch that looks as good as this and does what it's doing for that price. It's extremely cool. Let me give it a quick blast of the UV light. Let's kill the studio lights. I'm not expecting miracles here with the loom, but I am expecting loom, and there is loom. So there you go. You can see there's clearly loom, 2 different colors, green and blue. Still legible, actually maybe even more legible in the dark. So, but not as cool because you can't see the Tourbillon. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next vid.